My name is Nicholas Schnur, and I'm going to be teaching you how to count music. There are many different ways to count music. Many different people have many different ways of doing it based on how they were learned or how they were taught. I'm going to be informing you on how the way I was taught by using very basic rhythms and using examples as we go along. Before we get to any examples, we need to know what is music theory. Music theory is the math and science behind what is music. It questions ideologies and opinions towards music, and it is generally just a study of music. LibertyPark.com says that for anyone who's trying to learn an instrument, knowing music theory can be very, very helpful. Even though a person can play an instrument without knowing any music theory, it is still very much beneficial to the player. Counting music goes hand in hand with music theory. There are many different ways people perceive music, and some people say that music theory ruins music, and there's others that say that it benefits music. Personally, I feel that music theory does benefit the overall creation of music. Even though some say that it loses its creativity because there's a science behind it, I still believe that people can still be creative while even knowing how it works. So, when counting music, you start with the basic 4/4. That is the most used time signature, generally speaking, when it comes to how we count music. Please excuse my handwriting, it's not the best. But this is what 4/4 would look like. The top number is basically the amount of notes you're going to play. The bottom one is how many beats you're going to be tapping to. The beats are what is the rhythm of the music, while the notes are the actual amount of notes to be playing. And both of these numbers can change depending on what song you're playing and what the feel or rhythm is of the song. For example, it can be 3/4, it could be 10/8, it could be 7/8, it could be a lot of different things. And we're going to be counting 4/4 to get the base set of the most generic rhythm down in our minds. Now that we know what time looks like, we should be able to count it properly. Here we have a whole note, a dotted half note, a half note, and a quarter note. C stands for common time, which just means 4/4. So if this is 4 beats, you would count it. Here I have a metronome. 3, 4. 1. That was 4 beats. You have a dotted half note, which equals 3. 1, off. Off because of the rest. Half note, 1 for 2, 1, 2. Then a quarter, 1, because a quarter of 4 is 1. And then here you have an eighth, and then we have 16th notes. 8th note, sorry. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That is because you have to divide it down in order to fit all those notes into 4 beats. Now that we know how to count notes, it is time to look at music. This song changes different types of time signatures throughout the piece. Here we have 4/4, 3/4, 3/4, 4/4, 7/8, 10/8, 8/8, 7/8, 10/8. But it all just goes back to math and dividing the notes down to make it fit the rhythm. So if we're counting this, rest 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, because it's 3/4. Rest 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. 2 and because it needs to add another note and it fits in the rhythm. And this is also what an and note looks like. So 1, rest, rest, rest. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1. Like with dividing the other notes earlier for the 4/4, the same works for 3/4. If we go down here, we have a bunch of rests, but there is a certain way you have to count these to make it fit. So 4/4 3 times, and then you have 7/8. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, which equals to 7. Then you have 10/8. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, to give the same beats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's just how you count the rest. It's an easier way to do it. But here we actually have music with it. 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So if we go down here, we have the same thing throughout the song. 1. But you do have grace notes here. 1E and a 2 and a 3 and 4 and 1. And that's how you would count a regular song that changes meter, as in changes the time signature. Hopefully you've learned something on how to basically count music. It isn't how you would count all music, but for most generic songs and for most pieces it does work.